There's one habit that decides how the rest of your day goes, your morning routine. Have you ever wondered why some people wake up and they know they're going to win, and other people wake up and they're just hoping they know they're going to lose? Well, it's all based on how you start your morning, because how you own your morning is how you own your day. And I'll give you one better. How you start your day is how you end your day. The winners already win that first hour of the day, and it's how you create your life. Now, I want to ask you a question. Are you managing your life, or are you creating it? Are you operating with a vision that drives you every morning? Just look at today. How did you wake up today? Did you wake up, get your phone right away? See, you're either starting your day on offense. That's where the winners play. The winners are always playing the game, and I call it the infinite game. The infinite game is creation. And the losers, the people who are losing every day, they're always starting it on defense. And most people are starting it on defense. Listen to this crazy stat. 98% of the population is struggling, and they don't have to be struggling. Only 2% are really making it happen. But you know those 2%? They have great discipline. They have great standards, and they have a phenomenal morning routine. But the people who are losing, they wake up, first thing they do is they reach for their phone. And now the day is running them. Now the outside is running them, because the outside is so noisy. They're not running the day. They're not playing what they get to do. They're not thinking about their dreams. They're letting their notifications drive them. And that's why most people have heard morning routines are important, but they don't understand why they're important. And I want you to understand the reason you have a morning routine is because it builds self-discipline. It builds self-esteem. And it's an hour of your day telling the world, my goals matter, that I am worthy. That's the whole purpose of the morning. You'll get more done in a morning than most people get done in their day with the right morning routine. Now, stay with me until the end, because I'm going to give you the exact morning routine that I've taught thousands of people step by step on how to completely transform their life. First, I want you to understand why this works. The moment you're most connected to your subconscious mind is the first 5 minutes, the first thing in the morning. Your first image you give yourself is everything. See, we think in pictures. If I told you, I want you not to think of a picture of an elephant, I know a picture of an elephant showed up. But we want to plant and give our subconscious mind instructions. This is going to be the most magnificent day of my life. Today, I'm going to have the very best day, and I'm going to beat my personal best. And then you give yourself I am statements first thing in the morning. So the morning is where your greatest opportunity, it is your golden hour where you reprogram your old self into your future self before the world ever gets to touch you, before the world gets your attention. And here's the real purpose. I said it earlier, the morning routine is how you build your self-esteem. I want you to look at your results. They tell us our self-esteem. I want you to look at your daily behaviors. They tell you your deepest beliefs, because you and I can never outperform our self-esteem. Now, before I even go any further, if you are ready to implement, to really create these next 5 months is the single best 5 months of your life, I want you to type in the chat ready. Now, I'm going to give you so many weapons in this YouTube video, and you are going to know exactly what to do, but I'm going to also get you how to do it. When you understand how, everything changes. Let's get into why you're here. So here's the routine step by step. And it's only a few things done every day, but it's done 1% better every day. I want it to be better every single morning, because that's where the magic is. Number one, you have to have a definite want. You have to have clarity on what you're creating. If you don't, it doesn't work. So I want you to think about what you want more than anything else in the world. We're going to plant that idea every morning inside of you. Before you leave your bed, I want you to speak your goal into existence. Start the day connected to it. See, most people are waking up, they never think about their goals. Your goal is a love story. It's got to be an obsession on your mind. I'm always thinking about my goal. It's always on my mind. I want the goal planted in the morning as big as a billboard in front of you. And then you're going to affirm it like it's already happened. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm already the man or the woman that is earning $100,000 or more every month, and I love it. And then I want you to have a 30-second image of you already achieving that. That's the first thing you do. And then number 2 is I want you to get into disciplined gratitude. What is disciplined gratitude? That is real gratitude. I'd rather you focus on 1 or 2 things that you are genuinely grateful for, whether it's your health, whether it's your family, so you get into the vibration of gratitude. Instead of just having a to-do list because you've been told to write out gratitude every day, I want you to start focusing on what you're truly grateful for. The one thing you're most grateful for in your life, what is that right now? I want you to type that in the chat. I want you to start right now by making gratitude a discipline. What is the one thing that you're most grateful for? Type that in the chat. Don't check a box. I want you to feel it until it fills your heart. You know when you feel something, it just overtakes you. That's true gratitude. Why do I want you to get into gratitude in your morning? Because gratitude is where abundance comes from. Gratitude is not the start of achievement, it is the end of achievement. But I want it to be real. I want it to be things you really feel. Now, what I like to do is I think about the time I was most grateful in my life. It was when my kids were born. So I take myself into gratitude that I felt when I was in the delivery room with my wife. And I think about my son and my daughter when they came out. I never felt gratitude like that before. So I put myself back in that vibration, and then I think about what I'm grateful for in that moment. Because now you're creating from that state, and you can always go back to remembering your past just like you can remember your future. And then the third step is I want you to move your body. I want you to get outside. I want you to do some push-ups, do some jumping jacks. Get your body moving. Get some exercise. Not because that's going to be your exercise for the day, but I want you to get your endorphins released. I want you to get yourself in a high state. We create based on states. What is a state? It's a body of beliefs. Fear is a state. Belief is a state. Confidence is a state. Gratitude is a state. Faith is a state. But once I can get you moving, even if it's for a few minutes, it's going to change the game. Now, I like moving first thing in the morning for 30 minutes. So what I do is the first thing I do is I think about my goal. And I see myself living as that future in that 30-second image. And I'm giving my subconscious direction right away. And then I get moving my body right away. The fourth step is auto-suggestion. I literally want you in front of a mirror. Why in front of a mirror? Because the mirror, when you look in your eyes, the eyes are the window to your soul. For 5 minutes, put a song you really like. Put something that's really going to get you emotionally involved to your goal. And I want you to repeat your goal looking in your eyes. And I want you to look at your right eye, then over to your left eye, then back to your right, over and over again for 5 minutes. Put an alarm on your phone. And I want you to accept it, but this only works if you believe it. So before you even auto-suggest your goal, I've got a cheat code for you. I want you, because the goal you haven't achieved yet, so you might have some resistance. So what I want you to do is I want you to say a few I have statements, things that are already real in your life. Like, I have a roof over my head. I have a job. I have a business. I have my health. Think about the things you already have. I have wonderful kids. I have wonderful friends. Then you go in, and let's say you're earning $100,000 a year, but you want to turn that into $100,000 a month. You're going to say over and over again, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have now turned my annual income to my monthly income, and I'm earning $100,000 or more every month, and I love it, but I want you to accept it. What we say over and over again, a lie over and over again, we start believing it. We've got to start speaking it in existence and giving power to your dream and putting it inside of you. Your body is listening to everything you're saying. And then I want you to journal. I want you to write your I am statements. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. Then I want you to go down. I recommend writing 10 to 20. Then I want you to go back to each one and say, why am I happy? Why am I healthy? Why am I wealthy? See, wealth is not your bank account, it's a state of mind. Now, people think there's rich people and poor people. There's not. There's rich thinkers and poor thinkers. Poor thinkers are always thinking what's missing. Rich thinkers are always thinking what they want, like it's already here. But when you start asking why, you know what? I am healthy. I woke up today. A lot of people didn't wake up today. I am happy. I have so much to be grateful for. See, when you start asking it, now you're getting in the vibration of it. And then step 6 is feeding your mind. I want you to read or study something that stretches you. I hope you just get on my YouTube page every day, over and over again. I'm giving you prosperous ideas. Now, if you made it a habit in your morning routine to spend 20 minutes with me every day, that 20 minutes compounded over 6 months, you're going to have a new life. And then I want you to carry it throughout your day. So what you do in your morning, you remind yourself when the world comes, when adversity comes at you, you go back to your morning decision. You go back to who you decided to be. You go back to living every word of your goal like it is already here. But you've got to feed your mind. You've got to give your mind prosperous ideas every day. How you do it matters more than what you do. Let's say you have a busy day. You're like, Arash, I can't do the full hour. I can't do it. Do one of it. Do 10 minutes of it in a great way. You've got to prioritize your morning. You've got to do it before the world holds on to you, because the world is noisy. You want to do it when it's early, when it's quiet. And you want to give yourself a command and direction to your mind, because man is mind. And I'm telling you this. I want you to look at your results. Your results are a direct reflection of what you've been putting in your mind over and over again. But when you're doing your morning routine, I want you to have my passion. I want you to get in the emotion of it. Don't be rigid. Don't do it to check a box. I want you to understand every time you're rigid, you're coming from the physical side. Everything I want you to come from is the emotional side. Why? Because your subconscious mind is your powerhouse. Your subconscious mind is where everything comes into your physical reality. And your subconscious mind can't be manipulated or forced. It has to be instructed with authority, with conviction, with emotion in a certain way. Do not force this. Just keep getting more and more emotionally involved every day. And I promise you, you don't know how many people have told me, this has changed my life. I remember a story. There was a professional hockey player. He said, I was in the minors, and then I implemented your morning routine, and then I got called up within 30 days. He sent me a note telling me how much the morning routine changed his life. I'm telling you this because once I created this and implemented it, everything changed in my life. You're going to have more self-esteem. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have more swagger. You're going to have more confidence, and your results are going to change over time. It's never about the quantity. You might say, Arash, I only want to do 3 steps. Do 3 steps in a great way. But I'm telling you, this is the most complete morning routine you will ever implement in your life, and you'll never get away from it. Once I get my clients to do it for 30 days, they're going to do it for 30 years. They always tell me that. They say, I can't imagine not doing it. But remember, it's about quality. It's about being emotionally involved. Some days, you have 10 minutes, give it your best 10 minutes. Give it your most focused, disciplined 10 minutes. But I want it to be coming from a state that you value yourself. That's the whole purpose. And I don't want you to be perfect. I want you to embrace the suck. Some days your morning routines are not going to be great. But if I get you in a habit of getting 1% better, you are going to continue seeing so many things in your world start chasing you down. Remember what I said. How you start your day is how you own your day, and how you start your day is how you end your day. I already know. You miss a day, you never miss 2. The miss is not the problem, not returning to it is. So I want you to give yourself a command. And I want you to type in the chat right now. If you are committed to never missing 2 days, say, that is me. That is me. I want you to have accountability for me. Because this isn't about 100 things. This is about a few things done 10,000 times. One of my favorite quotes is by Bruce Lee. He said, I was never worried about my opponent who practiced 10,000 moves. I was worried about my opponent who practiced one move 10,000 times. This is your one move, the morning ritual. I call it the millionaire mornings. And I want you to get my free millionaire morning download. I'm going to give it to you in a PDF. It'd be impossible for you not to follow this. Just Follow the link and you're going to have it. But remember, this is the greatest weapon, your greatest competitive advantage to the world is how you attack your morning. You're going to have more wins in the morning than most people do in a week. Watch it in 7 days and watch how you feel about yourself. I guarantee you, one day at a time for 7 days, you're going to be a different person. Watch your self-esteem. Watch how you start thinking of possibilities. Watch how much positive momentum and your whole day changes that first hour. And then once you do it, the first day I want you to say, I just lived a rich morning. Why do I want you to say it? Because I want you to live a rich life. Well, if you start acknowledging the riches you have, more riches are going to chase you down. How you own your morning is how you own your day. Are you ready? Are you ready to change your life? It's all about implementation. The ideas only work if we work the ideas. Now, if you followed this and you're still with me in this video, that tells me you're ready. I want you not to say I'm going to do it, but I want you to commit doing it. I want you to give yourself, follow the PDF I'm giving you, print it out and put it in front of you and start tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, before the world gets to you, you do it now. Everything you will do with urgency. You do with decisiveness. Change your morning, change your life. You're going to change your story about who you are. And when you do this, everything's going to change. Now, I'm going to bring this all full circle. That's the reason why people wake up in the morning, they know they're going to win. That's why people wake up in the morning, they know they're going to lose. Put your phone on silent. Start tomorrow. You watch in 30 days. In the first week, I want you to watch this video over and over again. It's going to remind you of why you're doing it because guess what? Everything is a habit. And there's going to be your old self coming in and say, well, we've done it 3 days. Let's take a day off. No days off for you. I want you to do it until you get to that 7 days. Then I want you to do it another 7. That will create a mini quantum leap. I want you to have a mini quantum leap this week. Keep watching this over and over again.